guys. What has everyone been up to?
I've been going outside a lot.
Me too.
I have observed so many changes in nature. There's baby birds right now that are outside, and I can see them poking their heads out of the nest. And then I've seen a bunch of baby bunnies too.
Cool. Let's pass the magnifying glass to share what we've observed.
Hi everyone! I'm here in my garden, which is where I have been spending all of my time outside, and I love it here, and it's perfect for this challenge because it shows you all of the phases of a life cycle of a plant, one of the major cycles in nature. So I'm going to walk you through some of my garden beds and show you all those different phases. Okay, so most plants start their life cycle as a seed, and I have a whole bunch of sunflower seeds here. Something you've maybe snacked on before, but I'm going to plant mine and start a whole sunflower patch right there in that dirt behind me and get their life cycle going from seeds. The next phase in a plant's life cycle is called a sprout. So you plant your seeds under the soil, and if they get enough of what they need, which is water and warmth from the sun, then they will begin to grow and a little sprout will start. This is a zucchini sprout, but most plant sprouts look the same. They have just a little bit of a stem and then two leaves that are usually rounded on the top. As long as the sprout keeps getting what it needs, which is light from the sun and water, carbon dioxide, then it's going to start growing into a plant, like this cucumber plant here. You can see where its sprout leaves are, and then it started to grow a couple of what we call its true leaves. So we've gone from seeds to sprouts to plants, and then for flowering and fruit-bearing plants, the next phase is going to be flowers. On these pea plants, you can see that it's entered that stage of its life cycle. We have lots of little white flowers here that after warmth and pollination and water are going to grow the fruit, or in this case, a pea. So we're at the part of the cycle where we need to start over. So we need to get back to our seeds, right? So I brought the seeds out here that I used to grow these pea plants. I want you to take a look at them. You can see that they look a little like a ball, not quite green anymore, and a little bit shriveled and dried up. And then when I take the pod that I picked off of the plant and open it up, what you'll see inside are those same seeds, just green and fresh off the plant. So if I were to pull those peas out and dry them off for next year, then I could plant those seeds and start the whole thing over again. Get more sprouts, more plants, more flowers, and in this case, more vegetables. And this is my dog Jarvis, and he thinks he really wants to eat that pea off the plant. This is science. Thank you for joining me in my garden and learning about the life cycle of a plant, one of the many cycles of nature. Can't wait to see where we're off to next.
The seasons are changing and we're moving from spring to summer. As the seasons change, so does the weather. There's more rain in spring and it's hotter in summer. The days get longer in summer and there is more light and heat from the sun. When the seasons change, so do animals, plants, and humans. In summer, plants grow faster and make flowers. Animals come out of hibernation in spring, and their body coverings change. Pets may shed their winter coats in summer. People wear shorts and sandals in summer because it's hot. My favorite summer activity is going swimming. Go outside and observe the cycle of the seasons.
Life cycle of a Canada goose. You've probably seen these guys at some point in time. These are Canada geese. I happened to see them in the parking lot for the shopping center just down the road. You can see here that there's 2 adult geese, the long black necks and the brown feathers, but I also captured 3 baby geese or goslings. Just look at how cute they are with their tiny yellow feathers. As I was getting ready to leave the parking lot, I spotted some young or juvenile geese a little farther down with their parents. And in these pictures, you'll be able to see that they don't quite look like their parents yet. but they definitely aren't little goslings anymore. I didn't want to get too close, so it may be hard to see, but if you look on the young or juvenile goose, you'll notice that its feathers have started to get darker and are gray. But if you look at the top of its head, you can see that there's still a little bit of yellow there. So it looks like this goose has a little bit more growing to do. You'll notice that there's one part of the goose life cycle that I wasn't able to capture today. You guessed it, the egg. Most of the eggs have already hatched for the season, but I certainly wasn't going to impose on these geese and disturb them anymore. So let's take a look at our life cycle of a Canada goose. We know that a cycle continues and it repeats itself. So if we started at the egg, we know that the egg would hatch, a little hatchling would emerge, and eventually grow into a gosling, or a baby goose. Our gosling is going to grow and turn into a juvenile or a young goose, which starts to resemble its parent, but not quite yet. The juvenile will continue to grow and become an adult goose. You can see its long black neck and brown feathers. The adult female goose will then lay an egg, and the cycle will repeat itself.
Hey guys, I wanted to show you the water cycle that I built for my door. Didn't quite work the way that I thought that it would, but I tried a few different things, and after 3 days, it's actually starting to work. So with this baggie I hung on my front door, I filled it with some water and some blue food coloring, and then I labeled it. I have evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. And this is supposed to show when the sun from outside comes through the glass. It's supposed to show that, the heating of the water is going to evaporate from lakes and streams. And it occurs when the liquid water on the Earth's surface turns into a water vapor up here in our atmosphere. And it's not just from large bodies of water. Plants and trees also give off water as well. When the warm water rises up through the Earth's atmosphere, as it rises higher and higher, the cool air of the atmosphere causes the water vapor to turn back to liquid water, and it creates clouds. And if you look close, you can kind of see some of the fog, and that could also be a product of condensation. So that's condensation. When this cloud becomes full of water, it falls from the sky as rain or snow, also known as precipitation. And this is where I started to have a hard time, because my water droplets had just started to fall yesterday, but because my window up here doesn't always get direct sun, that is what has happened, and it's taken 3 days. Shouldn't take that long if you were to do this at home. So after the precipitation, the water goes back into the ground, as groundwater, or it goes into lakes, streams, rivers, oceans, to water trees, bushes. So this cycle just keeps going on and on. And now it's your turn.
So I'm wondering how we can show all the parts of these cycles in nature in one project.
Let's brainstorm some ideas and see what we come up with.
All right, talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What are you thinking you could do to show your cycle in nature?
Well, I'm really excited about how to show the water cycle. At first I was thinking that maybe I have some Legos around the house and I can build different parts of the water cycle, or maybe using some cardboard. But we were learning Scratch Junior in school, and I'm really excited about maybe trying to show the water cycle in Scratch Junior. How about you, Shannon?
So I'm thinking I'm going to be using stuff that's around my house because, well, we're quarantined and that's what I've had. So I have some recycled materials. I have some like craft sticks and glue, construction paper, Play-Doh. So I was trying to think of how to make it cool, and I'm thinking I might make a maze, and you have to go through the maze to all the different parts of the life cycle.
That's super cool.
What about you, Ashley?
I'm gonna make a stop motion video showing the 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Stop motion is a way of making a movie by taking a picture and then slightly moving objects in the picture. When all the pictures are put together and played quickly, it looks like it's moving. And I only need a phone and construction paper to do it.
That sounds so cool. I'm going to use my garden as inspiration. And I think since I just planted my pumpkins, I'm going to do the life cycle of a pumpkin. And Shannon, I'm with you. I'm going to use some recycled materials. I don't know about you guys, but we have tons of toilet paper tubes left over. Got some construction paper. I found some cool wire that I can use as like the little tendril parts of the plant. So that's what I'm thinking, pumpkin life cycle.
These are all great ideas, you guys, but I need to do a little bit more planning. Let's meet up in a few hours and share a plan.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Cool. Hi everyone. Here are the parts your design needs to have. 1. Show each stage of your cycle. 2. Have a symbol in between each stage to show that the cycle continues. And 3. Label or explain each part of the stage. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with.